This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Well, of course, Billboard staff ranks the 10 hottest females. I'm so sick of these lists, man. It goes Glorilla, Nicki Minaj, Meg the Stallion. I hope this isn't in order, because if it was in order, it would be totally different. All you have to do is go to the artist page and see how many monthly listeners they have. Glorilla, even though she's had a great year, so has Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj would be number one because she just has more of a fan base. Then Glorilla and Meg the Stallion would be tied. Sexy Red would be... Sexy Red would be tied with them, okay? And then Lotto, I'd assume, would be lower than them because she doesn't have as many fans. Way lower, okay? And Doja Cat might be actually the top. Let me see. Doja Cat. She might be the top female. Oh, yeah. It goes Doja Cat, then Nicki Minaj, then Meg, Sexy Red, Glorilla, Cardi B. Those would all be tied, right? Doche, I've never heard of this person. Dochi. Let's see. Dochi would be tied with Lotto. And then you would get... Rhapsody would be at the bottom of the list, I think. She would be... Oh, yeah. At the bottom. She's dope, though, but she doesn't have as big of a following. That's all. She doesn't make that kind of music. She'd be at the super bottom. I don't even think she should be on the list. She is. You know who would be on the list before her? Sweetie. Sweetie should be on the list instead of her. She didn't have a crazy year. It is what it is. Yeah, Sweetie would be higher. And JT from the City Girls would be towards the bottom of the list still. JT. Okay, let's see. But she's doing her thing. All right, so yeah, these lists are trash. Kodak Black just announced he's going to be doing a subathon. He's been inspired by Kai. What is it going to Yakathon? Just going to do a Yakathon, I guess. But I think that would be bad for Kodak Black to be online for that long because he'd start doing crazy stuff. I think it would get him into trouble. Who else believes that Boosie is replacing... Wack 100 is replacing Boosie on Vlad. He's up there talking about everybody's business as of late. He's getting paid. And how does he know so much? A lot of people are assuming that he has contacts at the police station. Because he says... When he talked about the Young Thug... Gunna and Yak Gotti, right? First he thought it was Gunna. So he thought it was a Gunna snitching tape for 2 hours or 8 hours. Turns out it was Yak Gotti. Yak Gotti had a he had a Golden Corral feast, and definitely was on there saying, "Hey, I can give you more information." Blah blah blah. And, you know, it was like he was ready to tell it all. He was offering information on Young Thug, everybody, okay? Turns out it was a Yak Gotti tape. And then when he's on Vlad, he's like, oh, no, I chose to release the Yak Gotti one instead of the Gunna because my people told me not to release that one because, you know, if you don't listen to them, they stop feeding you information. What are you, a cop? Like, what's good? Yo, Wack 100 is looking real spooky out here. Acting like he released the Yak Gotti tape when it was getting released anyways. He just saw a little clip of it. Now, Yak Gotti got off on all charges. And some women that were on the jury, they're, you know, now that the trial's over, they're able to kind of like talk about it. So Young Thug was going to get off. They were going to find him not guilty. I bet you he is pissed now. Knowing that, I mean, it's risky. He has a lot at risk, right? But they're saying that they were finding that he didn't really have anything to be guilty about. They weren't presented with information that would make them believe that he's guilty. They believed he was living a different life, and that's not what the case that the DA was trying to paint and what kind of person he wasn't what they saw as jurors. Did they take that down? Maybe they had to. Let's see. Gossip. Let's see. Let's see if they took down that interview with the jurors. Nope.
I honestly didn't know anything about his music and stuff like that. And to be honest, like the way that they presented him in his trial, it honestly made me look at him like she said, and they wanted him to kind of look in like this negative light. But I saw somebody who kind of, pulled himself up, got himself out of the position that he was in and tried to help other people around. So, I mean, it actually shined a more positive light in my eyes than what the state was trying to present. So, I wish him continued success with everything. I honestly...
Hey, we're going to find out he was going to get off.
I honestly
This guy was going to get off. If he stayed on trial, a few jurors for sure felt he was not guilty, and at least would have been a mistrial, and they would have never tried him again. But now he has to do 15 years probation. Can Brian Steele work his magic? Why does this guy Yak Gotti have pictures like this? Like he was like a real artist. If anything, he was a fake artist on YSL. And then J. Cole. This is probably a smart move on J. Cole's part to scrap the Meek Mill and Big Sean project, because that would have boosted Meek Mill too fast. Same with Big Sean. J. Cole was probably scared to go toe-to-toe with them at the time because Meek Mill was on his game at that point, so was Big Sean. And it might have highlighted that J. Cole wasn't really that dude. To be honest with you, at that time, J. Cole got better as the years went on. But, he's very insecure. That's what I noticed. Even with the Kendrick battle, he was like, I wave the white flag, bro. You win. I was like, whoa. This guy caves easily. Drake trolled Kendrick Lamar's album GNX in Los Polos chat. Custer. That's funny. Stephen A. Smith gets $120 million with a 6-year extension option from ESPN. It's actually more than we thought it was. That's pretty good. And last, Cam Newton talking about traditional marriage ideals and trauma bonds and propaganda. It's like, dude, why do not take advice from Cam Newton. For just because he has money doesn't mean he can give advice on everything. Okay? Just keep that in mind with people with money. He can give advice on certain things, I'm sure. He has more experience than some of us in a lot of stuff. But he's not he's a proven not winner with relationships. So, anyways. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. I will check you guys in the next one. Peace.
Jordan Tower.
New.